So I woke up this morning and was struck with like hair frustration. You know those days, ladies and gentlemen, where you just wake up and you're like, oh, my hair is just not doing what it needs to do. I need a haircut, I need to do this, treatments and all that kind of stuff. And I woke up and I'm like, I've been neglecting you, hair. I have been neglecting you. And so my bright idea this morning was to grab myself a pair of scissors and to just snip my bangs once again. And I'm like, I don't know if I've succeeded. I straightened it, I snipped it, and then I'm like, that'll do for today. And indeed, that's how my morning began. So today is the 4th of March. We're in March. Yes, we are. We are in autumn here in the Southern Hemisphere, and I am stoked. The weather has begun to cool down, despite the fact that there was a tremendous heat wave over the weekend, of which I was very, very dissatisfied with. Now, I'm speaking to you right now, on this day, in this moment, during the astrological time of Jupiter. You may or may not be able to see this, but in the distance about there-ish, you can see smoke rising. That is one of the fires that is still burning right now. You can see through there all of the smoke haze, and it's pretty much prevalent around the block itself. But it's more noticeable when you look in certain directions. You can see it over there, there's like smoke haze out that way, and then you can immediately see it through there. That's not mist, that's smoke. So since we are in March, I just had a quick squizzy at my diary, and my tarot card for the month of March is the King of Cups. And so each and every day that I pull a tarot card, or you know, a few cards, just to see how the day is going to go and what energies I should anchor into, I take into consideration that card and how any, you know, any cards that show up will synergize with that card. The Empress. I'm working with the Empress energy today, and she flipped out. She was my jumper. Oh my gosh, best card. Best card, look at that. For those who wanted to know too, this is the Bone, Stone and Earth Flesh Tarot deck. There are those who are new to my channel who don't know that I am creating a deck called the Bone, Stone and Earth Flesh Tarot with Arnest Anaturian. And yes, the deck has technically sold out. However, I am in the process of creating a wait list for the deck, and I'm going to do that in the form of a newsletter. Now, seeing as I've never, you know, created a newsletter before, I'm not quite sure how to proceed, but I'm taking everyone's emails at this very moment in time, and I'm trying to build a bit of an email list, and then I'm going to release my first newsletter sort of middle of March. So I've got a little bit of work to do on that, but that's what's going down. So there have been cancellations for the Bone Stone, so people have decided that they don't want the deck anymore, or that it's taking too long and they, you know, they can't be bothered waiting and all that kind of stuff. So some people have cancelled. I also have set aside around 200 copies just in case of defects, issues, whatever. I have 200 copies set aside, and so there is every chance that there will be decks there. So once the pre-orders have gone out and everything is assessed nicely, people have received their packages, they're happy with it, there's been no major issues, no defects specifically, then I'll be able to look at selling any spare decks that I have, and there will be quite a few. So just know that that is an option. If you are jonesing for this deck and you haven't been able to get it on pre-order, please do email me your email addresses and I'll put you down on that newsletter, and you can keep up to date with what is going on. I'm not intending on bombarding anyone. Newsletters have never been my thing. I've never done one before. I'm a pretty busy person, however, and so for me to be able to respond individually to every single message that I receive regarding this deck is starting to become a bit of a problem. It's starting to get a bit cumbersome. So please know that there is an option of being updated via email, you know, in the form of a newsletter. And if you are on social media, particularly Facebook, there is the Bone, Stone and Earth Flesh Tarot group, which I am constantly updating, you know, every chance that I get. So there you have it. Just thought that I would just put that in there, make Monday a productive Monday. So I've received a few questions regarding daily practice, because I did mention a few things about daily practice. And I thought that I would address those questions in today's vlog. Today is vlog number 17 or 18. Maybe it's 18. Whoa, we're getting in there, aren't we? So firstly, I would like to say that each and every day, my daily practice is influenced by various different things. It could be the moon phase, it could be the astrological time in which I'm conducting my daily practice, and most often than not, it depends on the card that I have pulled for that day. And yes, I pull a card every single day. So today's card, as you can see, is the Empress. And so I'm going to sit here and have my morning ritual with the Empress and speak to the Empress within me and speak to my deity. Okay, so I thought that I would speak on daily practice a little bit, just in case anyone had some questions. I thought that I would put out there what I think is important to at least consider when constructing your own daily practice, or in fact tweaking a daily practice that may be feeling a little bit cumbersome or lackluster to you right now. So these are just a few things to keep in mind. Number one, choose a time of the day where you're not going to be disturbed. This is pretty much common sense, but daily practice, if it's fragmented on a consistent basis, if you've got kids running in all the time, if you've got a parent that's going to interrupt you, if just stuff continues to happen to you that shifts your focus during your daily practice, then you need to find a different time of the day in which to do this. Daily doesn't mean morning. It can mean mid-morning. It can mean midday, afternoon, evening, or even night. The time of the day in which you do your daily practice is entirely up to you, but it needs to fit your personal rhythm. Number two, decide for yourself if you're going to have an active or a passive daily practice. What you saw me do just before, that is a passive daily practice. The type of active practice could be going out in nature, hiking, foraging, leaving offerings. That's just a quick example of what I mean by active. Getting out there, moving your body, and creating a more active component to your practice. Number three, choose a meaningful focus. So I allow the tarot cards to dictate my practice almost on a daily. Not always, because there are little pushes from spirit that I receive from time to time, and I allow those to dictate the direction of my practice or the themes that I may be focusing on within my practice. Today, as you could see, I worked with the energy of the Empress and I spoke to my guides in context to that. It allowed it to become a meaningful focus for me during my daily practice. And so find something meaningful to anchor focus on. And they are my 3 tips, honestly, because your daily practice needs to be able to reflect who you are, what your practice as a witch looks like, what you want it to look like, and what it is that you are curious about in the moment. So being that it is Monday here, I have a full schedule of readings to get through. So that's what I'm about to do today. So I'll check back with you once I finished my 11 readings for the day. Proactive day, I decided today that I'd had enough, and I cancelled all of my subscriptions to Netflix. I cancelled my subscriptions to Gaia. I cancelled my subscriptions, all those in-app payment subscription things that I had to, like planning apps and Lumosity and all that kind of stuff. I just cancelled a lot. I just went through and cancelled a lot. I'm like, I'm too reliant on technology. And I was really inspired by a video. Oh, I'd never seen this man before, so I can't remember his name, but I watched it yesterday, and I'm trying to minimize my screen time so that I can create more unencumbered in a way. I don't want too much external influence. I don't want to run the risk of copying or comparing myself to other people. I want to be subscribed to those who truly, truly inspired me. I'd like to rely less on social media. I love YouTube. I love watching other creators, so that is something that I'm still gifting myself. But I want to be able to read more, and rather than like fuck around with all of that other business, I just want to be able to sink my teeth into some juicy, you know, books and really enjoy my experience. So yeah, I just went through and I was ruthless efficiency, and I just like blanket, and I just cancelled everything. Yay! I feel so free. I feel so motivated. I feel so free. So I'm a bit behind, and I may be late to pick up the kids, so I've got to skedaddle now. So I thought that I would sign off to vlog number 18. Yes, that's right, vlog number 18. So thanks so much for hanging out with me again today. And if you're new to my channel, please allow me just to say welcome. I'm so happy that you're here. If you're considering subscribing, then I encourage you to do so. And please do like, share, and all that kind of good, yummy stuff to sort of help to expand the community in a really meaningful and honest and authentic way. So I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow. See ya.